It is now 6 p.m. on Tuesday, July 21st. I will call this meeting of the Miami Township, Montgomery County Board of Trustees to order. If everybody could please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We are excusing Mr. Newell and wishing him the best as he recovers from a medical procedure. Mr. McCord, you'll take the roll.
Mr. Morris?
Here.
Mr. Cole?
Here.
Mr. Posey?
Here.
Mr. Posey, you have military casualties.
We have one military casualty to report today. Army Specialist Vincent Sebastian Ibarria, participating in Operation Freedom Sentinel, passed on July 3rd, 2020. He was 22 years old from San Antonio, Texas, and was assigned to the 2nd Battalion, 22nd Infantry Regiment, 1st Infantry Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division out of Fort Drum, New York.
Thank you. Mr. Stegelmeyer, first responder casualties.
Good evening, Board. The following is the first responder casualty list for the period of July the 8th through July 21st, 2020. Lieutenant Bobby Allmacher, Corpus Christi International Airport, Department of Public Safety, Texas. End of watch, July 10th, 2020. Police Officer Eldemiro Garza, Jr., McAllen Police Department, Texas. End of watch, July 11th, 2020. Police Officer Ishmael Chavez, McAllen Police Department, Texas. End of watch, July 11th, 2020. Border Patrol Agent Enrique J. Rositas, Jr., United States Department of Homeland Security, Customs and Border Protection, United States Border Patrol. End of watch, July 11th, 2020. Police Officer Jonathan Shoup, Bothell Police Department, Washington. End of watch, July 13th, 2020. Corrections Officer Jerry Esparza, Texas Department of Criminal Justice, Texas. End of watch, July 15th, 2020. K-9 Bonnie, University of Nevada, Reno Police Department, Nevada. End of watch, July 16th, 2020, and Deputy Sheriff William Garner, Franklin County Sheriff's Office, Georgia. End of watch, July 19th, 2020.
Thank you. If everyone could please join me in observing a moment of silence. Thank you. We have no guests or presentations. I will make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion?
Mr. Morris?
Aye.
Mr. Cole?
Aye.
Mr. Posey?
Aye.
We have no new business. If anybody would like to make any public comments via the Zoom meeting, I'll give you a moment to raise your hand. Mr. Hinkleman, is there anybody in the meeting?
We have 2 attendees, neither of which are raising their hand at this moment.
Very good. With that, I will close the public comment period. We have no votes of resolutions or motions. We have no public hearings. Would any department heads like to make any comments?
I just have a quick comment, Mr. Morris. Just to remind everyone to please complete your census forms. They're still able to be completed, and it's very important that all of our residents provide that information, as it impacts our ability to get grants and other programs. So.
Thank you for that. Have we had any recent updates on our participation numbers in the township?
No, I don't have recent updates on that.
I'll get with Jill tomorrow and forward that information on to the 3 of you.
Yes, recently it was tracking a little bit better than the prior census, and maybe better than in some other communities around the area, but we can always do better. So thanks for sharing that information. Any other department heads wish to make a comment?
I'd just like to let everybody know that Monday was the deadline for the second quarter occupancy tax filings from the hotels and motels in the township. And so far we have heard from all but 1 property. And of course they're down as we expected them to be. And I will have at the next meeting an analysis of how far they're down over last year and also an update on the one property we haven't heard from yet.
Excellent. Thank you. We will move into elected officials' comments. Mr. Culp,
I have none.
Mr. Posey.
I also have no comments.
I will just share, because I'm sure at some point Mr. Culp or Mr. Posey or myself will be asked to comment on the incidents and happenings today at the state level with charges brought against our Ohio House Speaker. I wanted to express that I find these very troubling. And I'm also very distraught, but unfortunately not necessarily surprised. Ohio has a reputation around the nation as a pay-to-play state. And this looks like it is an example of pay-to-play at its absolute worst. And though I am very dismayed by the allegations, I'm also hopeful that this will lead to some real discussions about what needs to happen so that the voices of the common people are definitely heard. And this is a disturbing, yet also a time that we can be encouraged about the opportunity to get better. And I'm very proud of the work that happens with this Board of Trustees and these local officials. We get together, we talk about what we need to do for our communities. We don't talk about funding issues, and we don't talk about parties. We talk about how to improve our roads and our streets and bring jobs to this area and keep our people safe with our fire and our police. So thanks to everybody in this township and the public works that you do, and thanks to the other trustees for their service. We have no work sessions. We have no executive sessions. So if there is no other business, I will adjourn the meeting at 6:06. Thank you all.